Chapter 25. The Bloodline Mark. The forest was quiet that morning. A thin mist drifted between the ancient trees, wrapping the woods in a pale silver light. Anna stood near the old ruins where the stone seal rested, beneath the tangled roots of a massive oak. For days she had felt something strange growing inside her, an invisible pull toward the deeper parts of the forest. It was not fear, it was recognition, as if the forest itself had been waiting for her. Anna placed her hand against the cold stone of the ancient seal. The carved symbols glowed faintly, the same strange marks she had seen in her dreams. Then suddenly, a sharp warmth spread through her palm. Anna gasped. A glowing symbol appeared on her wrist, burning softly like a living mark beneath her skin. The mark was circular, made of twisting lines that resembled tree branches and flowing roots. It looked ancient, older than the ruins, older than Willow Village. Anna stared at it, her heart racing. What is this? The wind stirred through the trees. For a moment, the forest seemed to whisper. Then the voice returned, the same mysterious voice that had guided her before. Soft, ancient, patient. Long ago, the voice said, when the world was young, the forest chose its protector. Images filled Anna's mind. She saw the first guardian, the ancient figure she had glimpsed in her visions. A warrior standing beneath towering trees, the forest glowing around him. But something was different. The guardian was not born with the power. He was chosen. The forest itself had given him its strength to protect the balance between the natural world and the creatures that lived within it. But that power came with a cost. The guardian could not simply be replaced. The forest needed a bloodline, a living connection. So the first guardian made a vow. His power would pass through generations, carried by those who shared his blood. Not kings, not warriors, but those who listened to the forest. The glowing mark on Anna's wrist pulsed again. The bloodline mark, proof that the forest had chosen her. Anna slowly closed her hand. So this was never just a dream. The wind moved gently through the leaves, almost like a quiet answer. No, it was never a dream. It was destiny. Chapter 26. The Power of the Forest. Later that evening, Anna walked deeper into the forest than she had ever gone before. The trees here were enormous. Their trunks were thick with moss, their branches stretching high into the fading light. This place felt older, wilder, more alive. As she stepped into a clearing, the mark on her wrist began to glow again, stronger this time. Suddenly the forest reacted. The wind shifted, the leaves rustled. The ground beneath her feet seemed to pulse with quiet energy. Anna froze. What's happening? The voice returned once more. You are beginning to awaken. The mark burned brighter, and then Anna felt it. Power. Not like electricity, not like fire, something deeper, something ancient. She could feel the life of the forest around her, the movement of the roots beneath the soil, the slow breathing of the trees, the hidden animals watching from the shadows. It was as if every living thing in the forest was connected through an invisible network, and somehow she could feel it. Anna reached out toward a small broken branch lying on the ground. Without thinking, she focused on it. The branch slowly lifted, hovering slightly above the earth. Anna's eyes widened. Undyne did that? But the voice spoke again. The forest does not give power freely. The branch dropped suddenly. Anna staggered slightly as the energy faded. Then why give it to me at all? She asked. Silence filled the clearing. Then the voice answered, because the balance is breaking. Anna remembered the ancient creatures sleeping beneath the ruins. The war, the destruction of the forest long ago. Something had been sealed away, something powerful, and now It was waking. The voice continued. The guardian does not control the forest. The guardian listens to it. The mark on her wrist dimmed slowly. Anna looked around the clearing. For the first time, she understood something important. This power was not hers. It belonged to the forest. She was only its protector. Chapter 27. The Hidden Responsibility. Night fell quickly. The forest grew darker and quieter, but Anna remained in the clearing. The weight of what she had learned pressed heavily on her thoughts. She was not just someone who had strange dreams. She was the next guardian, which meant the safety of the forest, and perhaps even the world, rested on her shoulders. Hannah sat on a fallen log. "What if I'm not strong enough?" she whispered. The wind rustled the trees again. The voice returned, softer now. The first guardian once asked the same question. Anna looked up. He did? Yes. The vision appeared again in her mind. The first guardian standing at the edge of the ancient war, the forest burning, the creature rising from the depths. He had been afraid, just like her, but he had still chosen to fight, because protecting the balance was more important than fear. Anna slowly stood. So being the guardian isn't about power. The voice answered, no, it is about responsibility. The balance of the world was fragile. If the ancient creature awakened again, the forest could fall. And if the forest fell, something far worse might follow. Anna looked down at the glowing mark on her wrist. It no longer frightened her. It felt like a promise made generations ago, a promise she had now inherited. The forest grew quiet again, but before the voice faded, it spoke one final warning. The darkness beneath the forest is stirring. Anna's heart tightened. The ancient enemy is awakening. Far below the earth, deep beneath the ruins, something moved, something that had slept for centuries, and it had begun to sense the guardian's return. Anna stared into the darkness of the trees. For the first time, she understood the truth. The war that had nearly destroyed the forest long ago was not over. It was only beginning again. And this time, she was the guardian,